Hi love, welcome back. In today's class you're making this beautiful skirt. If you're new to the channel, my name is Miss Ai and you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you my love, thank you darling, thank you sweetheart for always coming back. This is just a guide for you to make your own skirt. I made a tutorial on the cardigan and I had a few requests on how to make the skirt. So I'm not going to go much into making the skirt, but I'm going to give you all the details you need to make yours. So I'll begin with you and explain to you how to make yours. Let's get right into class. To begin with, you are going to make a slip knot and you're going to chain 130, and this 130 chains fit a size medium to large, that is UK size 8 to 10. Alternatively, you can measure your hip, take a measurement of your hip, and you're going to make a long chain to your hip measurement when stretched, right? So I'm going to chain 130. If you're making for a size small, consider chaining 120, and if you're making for extra large, consider chaining 140 to 50. So chain 2, and now you are going to skip the chain 2, and inside the third stitch you are going to make a double crochet, and you are going to keep making double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. Also, when you get to after your chain, you can decide to go ahead and make your circle. Go ahead and join it to form a circle if you know your work will not turn. But if you struggle with your chain always turning at the end, just make your double crochet to the end and we shall join it to form a circle. So after my double crochets, now you're going to take the other edge of your work and we are going to connect these two sides together to form a circle. So this is what I was talking about. You can go ahead and join it when you are done making your chains, or you can make your first row of double crochet and join. There will definitely be a small line there, but don't worry about it. When you are working the waist, we shall cover it. So now row 2, you are going to chain 3, count as your first double crochet. You are going to turn your work and make sure it's not turned, and inside the first stitch, don't go on top of the stitches, but in the middle of the stitch you are going to make a double crochet, and keep working double crochet in the middle stitches. Not on top of the small stitch, but in the middle stitches. Keep working your double crochets until the end of the row. And always make sure your work is not turned, and go around until the end. At the end of the row, you are going to connect, so make your last double crochet, and this is my last, and you are going to connect it on top of the chain 3 space, and that is row 2. This is what your work should be looking like. Row 3, you are going to chain 3, turn your work. So we are going to be alternating turning our work to keep the line straight. You're going to turn, and inside the first stitch. So, and we are working in the middle stitches, right? Not on top of our stitches. So in the middle between the double crochets, then you put your double crochets, and you're going to work double crochets all around to the end of the row. So that's your last double crochet. You place it at the last stitch, and you are going to slip stitch. Row 4, you are going to chain 3 again, turn your work, and you are going to work double crochets in between your previous double crochets. So this is pretty much the pattern for the skirt. It's so easy to make. So you take your hip measurements, that's the beginning. You take your hip measurement, you make double crochet, slip stitch to form a circle, and keep working double crochet in between the double crochet spaces until your desired length. So this is what you're going to be doing, and I made about 15 inches. So go ahead and go round and round and round until your desired length. After working your desired length for the skirt, you are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn, and now we are going to make the waist. The waist is not recorded, but I'm going to explain to you clearly. So you are going to attach your yarn at where the line is, just where the excess yarn is at the back of your work, right? So you are going to attach your yarn there, and you are going to chain 3. Chain 3, count as your first double crochet. Now in each of the double crochet space, you are going to make front post double crochet. You are going to go around making front post double crochet all around until the end. At the end of your work, you are going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3 space. Chain 3 again, and go on top of the front post double crochet with front post double crochet. You are going to repeat this 3 to 4 rows, all to your desired length, how you want the band, the thickness of the front post. So this front post double crochet will compress the waist kind of, so it can give it a fine definition. After you are done, you are going to make a long chain for adjustment. If you follow the instruction carefully, you should be having something like this, and your skirt is ready. Until we meet next week, my love is bye-bye.